And the Trojans will kick this away to get us going. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. Got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week, but let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. He flips it to the back across the middle. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. Here we go. First third down of the game. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Brought near the sideline, but just a short gain.
Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now we've got a fourth down.
Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run it from the gun. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Moves out of the pocket. Grab down the middle. It's Callaway. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. No huddle here for the offense.
Boy, this quarterback's doing a great job of just managing the game. Nice throw, good completion and a first down, and he's already got a play call. He's ready to snap the ball again.
And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the first down marker.
Chris, I felt like that was almost a 2-for-1. They know they're potentially going to go for it on fourth down, so you try to get as much as you can on third to put yourself in a good spot for this next play. Curious to see if the offensive coordinator had something up his sleeve for this play on fourth down.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Scanning the field. It's Baker. Caught over the middle. It's Callaway. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. The offense has been out there forever. The 14th play in this drive. And now the running back's got it again. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Running out of time in the pocket. So the scramble comes up short. And now this offense facing a 4th down play. So no hesitation. The offense is on the field to go for it here. It's a crucial play. Trying for a 4th down completion. Pressure is coming. Oh, no, trap him back there. A 4th down stop and a sack, no less. So USC's offense comes out for their first possession today. And, Kirk, this is what we've been looking forward to. A matchup of 2 quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we'll see all season.
Yeah, a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. Knew these 2 quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out and work against these defenses that they're facing and try to put up as many points as they can.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebacker. Been doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
The receiver grabs it, and he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these 2. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Following the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 30. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Grab down the middle. It's Hicks. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Offense moving closer to the line of gain after that catch. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He cannot escape. It's a sack. Returner is brought down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Getting set for the 2nd quarter here, both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Scanning the field, it's Baker looking for the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and all Got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Has the first down and more. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. First down from there. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. First down, looking to throw the football. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Pass caught. Can he get in?
You got to pick the right time to take your shots downfield, and this offense just did that. A huge gain, and now they're down in the red zone for a first down.
Looking for a receiver. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
That's a big sack by this defense here on first down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a first-and-goal situation.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Risky throw here on second down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on third down coming up.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. The pocket breaking down. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Boy, Chris, you talk about rallying to the football by a defense. We all know how fast this quarterback is, and even with all of his options covered up, they're able to rally and bring him down once he pulled it down to try to take it in himself. What a great job by the defense to set up now a fourth and goal. Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field, though, the kickoff team is out there now. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. He steps out at the 29. That's where they'll begin the drive. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
What a move, and he's free. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Second down after that previous play. It's a quarterback keeper. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
Strong defense. They stop him right near the line of scrimmage. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. This one will be fair caught. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. They'll try the right here.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Now it's second down here. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Oh, the pass is picked off. He could go. Touchdown, Trojans. The defense produces 6 points.
You know, we talked to him during the week, and he told me he was a high school corner. And I can see why. He's got tremendous ball skills to make that play and then to be able to take it all the way back for a touchdown. Just outstanding.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And looking to throw now on first down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. He saw him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pop over the middle. It's Callaway. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. And he'll set up to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. Looking to throw yet again. Caught by the receiver.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for him.
To the air. It's Baker. They'll try a pass here. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. And the gain just good enough for a first down. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try the ground game here. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Makes a quick grab. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. They get to the line in a hurry here for this 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's an out route. The catch made. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw it on first down. Catch made over the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
2nd down play coming up. Looking to throw here. Deep shot toward the end zone.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT puts him up 3. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. And there's the handoff. Nowhere to run. The defense swarms him. He'll lose 5 on the play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the USC offense is back out on the field. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the third quarter. And begin with a quick throw to the left. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Fighting off the defender. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And he'll drop back here on third down. With sure hands, it's Wormley. Tremendous toughness here. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
What a huge third down conversion here for this offense. Nice job of being able to give the quarterback enough time. He finds the matchup that he wants, gets it to his man, and he does the rest.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
There's a nice play by this defense. After giving up a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, get after that quarterback for that sack.
Tough spot here. 2nd and long from their 19. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Hicks. Brought down, but broken tackle to produce a solid gain there.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Looking for his big tight end. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Great job by this defense once again on that 3rd down, and now we get to 4th down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on 4th down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
And here comes the offense back out onto the field now. Now here comes the bunch formation. Dropping back. It's Baker. Caught over the middle. It's Callaway. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the catch downfield. They finally stop a big play. Moves the ball to the 22.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
One massive play has moved the football just outside the red zone. 1st down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
1st and goal, handoff. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Quarterback still with the football.
Chris, I don't care what era we're talking about in college football. Defending the option when it's really well executed, one of the toughest things that defense can do, and this quarterback deserves a lot of credit. A great feel of when to pull it and when to give it. This time he keeps it himself for the touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the kickoff will be returned. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sure hands. It's Hicks. Breaks a tackle on the play. Makes a decent gain.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Looking deep downfield to the left. And the pass is dropped, incomplete with it. Had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And the Trojans will bring their punt team on the field now. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Oh, and he's got some space here. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Offense trots that under the field, hoping to start a drive here. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Inside the 25. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's play action. He escapes the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Tackle is made at the 14-yard line. Third down coming up.
Crucial third down play right here. Back to pass. It's Baker. Snags a quick throw. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now. The back's got it. Stop right there at the line. No gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. Takes the handoff. It's Wormley. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved, catching passes. That's tough to stop. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Fires it to the wideout. That pass is batted away. Incomplete.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's fourth down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
And it's a direct snap. Defense has got him, but that Wildcat wrinkle earns enough to get the first down. And the Trojans will have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
That pass is hauled in over the middle. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
First down, we're going to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Powering through a tackle. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The big tight end would not be denied. What a play.
What a great example of why this tight end is one of the top tight ends in college football. This guy's got great speed, but he also has the power to be able to break through those arm tackles and take it to the end zone.
Here comes the point after attempt. PHC is good. They still trail, though.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That's the last thing you want to do as a defense, trying to hold the lead late in the game. Undisciplined penalty. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to throw. It's Baker. Here's a quick catch. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Clock with the running game. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Bringing pressure. Oh, the pass rush gets home. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They've got him down out near the 40. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, third and long. He's running out of time here. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
The shotgun handoff here. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's past the marker and still going. They make the stop at the 25, but it's 1st and 10 for this offense.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the fourth quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Toss it to the back, running left. And that run produces a decent gain.
Now they try to run it here on second down, unable to get the first down. And now, late in a game like this, the big question, do you pass the ball potentially with an incompletion? The clock will stop. Or do you play it safe and keep it on the ground?
Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. The shotgun running play call. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, an interesting call here. I know they have the lead, but I thought they might throw the football. They surprised me, but you know who they didn't surprise? That defense. They were not shocked at all by the run call on third down and long. They stuffed that right at the line of scrimmage.
Time, focus.
And that one's straight down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Returner looking to create better field position. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grabbed by the receiver.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they got called. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And the Trojans moving quickly down the field here. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Now he just comes up and spikes it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for a late, deep throw. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Fourth down now. Defensively, you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. Their last chance here. Looking deep for late game heroics. Last gasp falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the game. That's the kind of matchup you hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they play.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. The Sun Devils offense will get the first crack at it here. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him. Sometimes you play zone. Mix it up. Give different looks because he's a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Let's think a second about Arizona State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches know.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Baker. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Offense lining up quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Callaway. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
you definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, we will all remember where we were when 1 met 2 this season. Let's show you what went down. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and a challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium. And the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. 1 versus 2. Some were calling it the game of the century. Let's wait to jump to conclusions at least until the new poll comes out this week, men.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Catch in the middle, it's Hayward.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Arizona State. Got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Baker. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Callaway.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They're going to run it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. He's loose. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now this offense will take the field again. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass. Lets it fly. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll send the back in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Gibbs. Got his man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
The Sun Devils back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Well, they've already made 1. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's Baker. Makes the grab. It's Hayward. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Callaway. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to throw on 1st down. The quick out. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your points. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the 1st half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the 1st half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the 1st half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the 1st half.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the 1st half. Man, you're starting to get now in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Caught in the backfield, it's Callaway. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. That 50-yard field goal attempt was no good, and now they'll have to play defense. 1st and 10 from the 33. Gives it on the option.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Give to Brown. Creates a little space. He has the first and still on his feet. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the jet sweep, making the defense go sideline to sideline. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That gives him a 16-10 lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Hand off from the shotgun. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up.
Breaks into the open. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Dropping back, it's Baker. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Catch in the middle, it's Erickson. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay with them.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Quick catch on third down. Turning it on. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They're going to run it. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Brown has it. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The sure hands, it's Brown. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The plays, you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
Got the back over the middle. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
It's complete on the right side. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Snags it. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Well, I love the play call late in the fourth quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
Here's the pressure. Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2. so a drive there of 85 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Running back searching for a hole. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Rushes on him. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Oh, it's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And they finally get to this guy. He's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around. And I think they got used to him the first half. And now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
Pocket breaking down. And here comes the... And there he goes down again. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Fights off the defender. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Snagged in the middle, it's Callaway. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air on second down. Using the quick game. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deeper. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Find space on the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The give to the tailback. Looking for room at the 30. There he goes. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a two-point conversion.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass. It's Gibbs. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Now they need to pick up just a few more yards here to get within the kicker's range, David.
No doubt, Reese. We got to take care of the football, but we're trying to get as many yards as we can. Jesse, let's make this thing as easy as possible on our kicker.
You're right. And listen, you've got some time, too, so you don't got to panic here. Just pick the right play and go execute.
A strike downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. So close to cashing it in for this offense. To the air, it's Baker. Looking for the score. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Tie game, 4th quarter. You get it in the red zone, and then to have a mistake like that is devastating.
Oh, this quarterback is the leader of this team. He's expected to make better decisions than that. You just cannot have your leader and your quarterback go out and be careless with the football, with the game on the line late in that kind of situation.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key.
Touchdown, Arizona State! They strike first in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football.
And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. Looking for more room. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. They get the W,